maybe you'll go down one day, but today's not gonna be that day. And you just gotta bounce back and just keep it going.
Skill is only developed by hours and hours and hours of beating on your craft. I've never really viewed myself as particularly talented. Where I excel is ridiculous, sickening work ethic.
You can't just keep doing the same old thing you were doing before. You have to take your skills and attack the new frontiers.
It's not the easiest thing all the time, but I always notice that even within my own industry, the ones who work harder, the ones who stay later, the ones who just are willing to do whatever it takes to get the job done are the ones who wind up going far.
Don't be afraid to think outside the box. Don't be afraid to fail big, to dream big. But remember, dreams without goals are just dreams.
We do not need magic to transform our world. We carry all the power we need inside ourselves already. We have the power to imagine better.
Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become.
Whatever you do, don't let negativity of people projecting their own self-doubts on you deter you from your focus. I know those moments are painful. You're human and it hurts like hell, but now is the time to turn those criticisms into fuel and motivation to become a beautiful beast.
The first rule of success is to have a vision. You see, if you don't have a vision of where you go, and if you don't have a goal where you go, you drift around and you never end up anywhere. It's like you can have the best ship in the world, you can have the best airplane in the world. If the pilot or the captain doesn't know where to go, it would just drift around. It would not end up anywhere, or most likely in the wrong place.
Work like hell. I mean, you just have to put in, 80 to 100 hour weeks every week. If other people are putting in 40-hour work weeks and you're putting in 100-hour work weeks, then even if you're doing the same thing, you know that in 1 year you will achieve what they achieve. You will achieve in 4 months what it takes them a year to achieve.
Everybody's got something that they're good at, and the hard part is just finding it. If you're going to be great at something, you've got to make the effort to be great at something. Whether it's sports, whether it's physics, math, science, business, whatever it may be, it's not just a natural skill. You've got to learn, and particularly if you're in the technology industry, because it changes every day. I think I've just learned what I'm good at and learn to focus on those things and try to utilize those skills to now not just be an entrepreneur, but probably more often now invest in and help other entrepreneurs.
Please don't ever feel entitled to win. Just keep working harder. Surrender to the cards you are dealt. It's from that surrender that you get your power. Losing can be the best motivator to get you even bigger wins. So never compare yourself to anyone else.
But do you want to take a little bit more risk? Do you want to try something out? And even if you don't succeed, we actually tried many things that didn't work. Google happened to work pretty well, but there are many things that we did that didn't. But we don't worry about those, right? Because we tried many things. So I just encourage you to take a little more risk in life, and I think if you do it often enough, it will really pay off.
I always think that you should start with the problem that you're trying to solve in the world, and not start with deciding that you want to build a company. People decide often that they want to start a company before they even decide what they want to do. And that just feels really backwards to me. And for anyone who's had the experience of actually building a company, you know that you go through some really hard things along the way. And I think part of what gets you through that is believing in what you're doing and knowing that what you're doing is really delivering a lot of value for people. And that's, I think, how the best companies end up getting made.
is really who you associate with. You want to associate with people that are better than you are. I mean, basically, you'll go in the direction of the people that you associate with, and you want to have the right heroes. If you want to emulate somebody, you better pick very carefully who you want to emulate.
The way through the challenge is to get still and ask yourself, what is the next right move? Not think about, oh, I got all of this to be. What is the next right move? And then from that space, make the next right move and the next right move. And not to be overwhelmed by it, because you know your life is bigger than that one moment. You know you're not defined by what somebody says is a failure for you, because failure is just there to point you in a different direction.
Greatness is not this wonderful, esoteric, elusive, God-like feature that only the special among us will ever taste. You know, it's something that truly exists in all of us. It's very simple. This is what I believe, and I'm willing to die for it. Period.